Congratulations. You're right with us. Um, Natalia, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure. Wow, this is actually a hard question. I feel like I'm being interviewed for a job.
You are. This is everyone here is interviewing you for a million different jobs all at once.
So I'm Natalia. I know you, Adam, from NYU. I'm currently in New Jersey quarantining. Um, what are other good things to introduce myself with? I like to read.
Great. What are you doing so you're at your family home in New Jersey. How did you end up back there?
Yeah, I'll tell you. So last time you saw me, I was in New York, in Murray Hill, in this apartment that I loved. It's a 5-floor walk up. I told Adam 4 when he came to meet me, and I think you were upset when he came up, right?
Well, it was definitely, an entire floor.
Uh, so what I've been telling friends in general is like, it's 4, but feels like 5. That way they're like mentally ready. But anyway, yeah, so I was in the studio apartment. And then around like March 13th, we started hearing some alarming things about COVID-19. I started getting super paranoid. Grocery stores were emptying out. My freezer there was like super small. And I was kind of like, if I don't get this virus, I'm going to die from starvation. Like I was just in full panic. So I decided to come to New Jersey where I grew up.
Nice.
And
Is Bex in the chat is waving. If you're watching and want to ask Natalia a question, put it in the chat. I'll leave some room for questions and answers during the chat.
Can you tell Bex I love him?
I can. Bex, Natalia loves you. So you were alone at your home for a while though, or are you still alone?
I'm alone. I'm with my dog and my cat.
What happened to everyone else in your family?
So my brothers and I had all moved out. They're both married, and I'm just living in a studio in New York. But my mom had actually gone to Egypt, and when we last spoke, she was in Egypt with her sister. And when this all happened, like flights just started getting canceled, and she kind of got stuck there. She finally was able to book a return home flight. So July 3rd, she'll be home. But yeah, I've been alone for, I don't know, how many months has it been? Months.
Like 3 months. That's crazy that she got just like stuck in Egypt. Is that like a positive experience for her? Is that like, is it like a benefit, like, oh, it's like kind of a blessing in disguise because you get to stay with family, or is it like more annoying than
I mean, I personally think it's really nice because she's able to be with her sister. That's my house line. That's what happens.
Oh, you have a landline phone.
Let me go get that. I'm not gonna get it. I'm just gonna hang up. And then that's my dog. No, so she's with my aunt. They just got Netflix, so I think she's pretty happy. But she's definitely like anxious to come home to hang out with me. And
yeah. Are you gonna stay in New Jersey past when your mom returns?
Yeah, I think a little bit, definitely in the summertime. Also, I'm like kind of hesitant. I don't really know what's happening. I feel like things are slowly opening up, but I have no idea if we're going to get another spike. So I will be in Jersey for a little bit at least, but I'm definitely eager to go back. I mean, like, I just can't anymore.
Cool. Well, Sarah Natra says, stay safe. New Jersey's glad to have you. And that she hopes mom finds her way back to America soon.
Did I show the picture of Sarah? Sarah's going to be a doctor, and should I show it?
That's up to you and Sarah.
Nazar, I'm going to show everyone the picture. So Sarah is about to be a doctor, and that's her and her what do they call it? Scrubs. You can't really see it. It's fine.
How's work been for you? You've been working from home this entire time?
Yeah, that's been okay. It's been super busy, and then just yesterday, my camera on my laptop stopped working, which has not been pleasant. So I've been on the phone with tech all day today, trying to resolve that. And it looks like it's a hardware issue. So that's just another complexity in my life.
So how are you talking to me?
On my personal laptop. Oh,
Oh,
right, which I finally got a charger for. I've been having a lot of tech issues this quarantine.
that's tough because it's literally like the only way that you can talk to other people and also do work is like through all of this technology that you're personally responsible for.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for clarifying.
um, have you been doing anything else during your quarantine? I know you said you love to read. Have you been reading a lot? Are you watching a lot of TV? Like, how are you feeling your days?
um, yeah. So I'll tell you about my day. I have been reading a lot. I've definitely been on. I deleted my Instagram like almost immediately when everything happened because I personally don't like the platform, and I was especially like, I'm about to not be doing much, and I don't want to see other people. I just wasn't really in for it. Um, Definitely spending time on Twitter. Every day, my dog and I go out on like 3 to 4 walks. Someone just texted me more Bruno. Um, so definitely spending time like that. I have been watching. I watched Normal People. Have you seen that?
I haven't. I couldn't decide if I was supposed to read the book first or watch the TV show.
Have you read Sally Rooney?
No.
Okay. So my friend Lara, who I don't know if she's even watching, she recommended Sally Rooney. She introduced her to me. I love her writing. Also, your writing is so superb. I feel like you are Sally Rooney of like my friend group. So I definitely
Oh,
think you enjoy her. That's a really high compliment. You don't know, but that's a really high compliment.
I feel it. I feel the compliment.
Yeah.
Uh, my mom says, "Love the landline phone," crying face emoji. Uh, and Alexandra says hello and hearts and thumbs up. And Sarah says crying face emojis and feeling famous. Um, I love it when people are in the chat because that's gives me something to riff on in between questions.
Good for them to know. Yeah, people
um,
are texting me. I have questions. Oh, Megna texted me. I have a question. Why Twitter and not Instagram during core?
I have a question. Why texting you and not in the chat?
Magna, that's on you.
That's on you, Magna.
Uh, but I'll answer her question.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, sure. Uh, well, I feel like Twitter is a place where everyone's just like real and self-deprecating, and now I feel like Twitter is very on top of like, I mean, that's my source of news currently, like for everything happening right now. And Instagram is like, I don't like people are making bread. I don't care about that. People are like posting their thirst traps. I don't care about that. So yeah, I deleted that.
It's interesting because I felt like I normally or like during the first part of the quarantine, I totally agreed with you where I was like, Instagram is like like a true black hole of just like I don't want to see anything that's people are posting on here. But now actually with like the last like 2 weeks of protests, like I feel like people have a lot of people I know, and then I've been following like new accounts of people who like share really interesting information that's also like I feel like the graphic designers have like come out, like the leftist graphic designers have like really like shown their work.
Wait, the big I apologize or I was wrong.
Those, yeah, I mean that's like the liberal graphic designers, but then like there's a lot of really good stuff about like like FAQs on like defunding the police and like Black Lives Matter and everything that has now that like Instagram is like slowly going back to normal. I'm like, oh, now I hate Instagram again. But for like for a while, Instagram was really great because of that. I mean, it felt like a really good, like, oh, it's an educational platform, just like, or, you know, like has a similar vibe to Twitter for me, like very political, which is great.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to hear that. I'm still not going to go back, but
Yeah,
I'm.
you missed it.
I don't know what it looked like when everyone changed or everyone posted the black square. Like, I was it just the full timeline?
Yeah, that was a rough day of like and then like seeing people like do the black square and then go immediately back to all their other content. It's like, oh, okay, cool, great, good for you.
Where someone got called out, I don't know which celebrity, for making the black squares fit into her aesthetic of
Oh my
her.
god.
Like, I think she posted like 3 white squares and then 3 black squares or something, and everyone was like, "That's not the point."
That's grim. Um, Beck says, agree. Who cares about making bread? Seems hard. Just buy your own bread or buy your bread like the rest of us.
Rex, I love you again.
Um, so I'm wondering, so you're in your childhood home. I'm wondering, have you regressed at all to going back to childhood activities, objects, whatever?
No, I actually feel like I've aged like 50 years being here. Like, just because my mom's not here to like do my laundry or cook for me. Like, it's all on me, and I don't know. It's been a little rough. I found a tick on my dog like a few
God.
weeks ago, and that's literally been the most adult thing I've had to do. Adult in that it was like very new to me. I was very concerned about him. It was also like really gross, and yeah, it was very much something I would have had someone else do if anyone else is here.
So are you saying when you lived in your studio apartment, you did not do your own laundry or cook for yourself?
I
Just want to get the
No, that's a
timeline
good
clear.
question. Obviously, I did, but the difference now is I'm cooking for myself. And I like, well, initially I wasn't really eating out because I was kind of like, and I, obviously I'd want to support small businesses, but I was also like, if I'm like literally isolating myself for months, I kind of just want to not risk anything.
Mhm.
And I know someone who would leave her groceries, who would get her groceries delivered and leave them outside for 2 days to make sure they weren't contaminated. Um, which is like so extreme and not something I would do, but I was still kind of like, I'm just going to take it easy. So I'm like cooking for myself 3 meals a day. And then I'm also feeding my dog and cat. It's just, I feel I'm tired.
Just like self sufficiency is enough. Um, that's kind of a bummer. It's like you haven't have you just have no comfort from like being at home, or is there you think it's better at least than being in your apartment?
I do, because at least if I'm going to be alone, like I have my dog and cat, and I mean, I complain about them, but I'm like obsessed with them. And I think I'm going crazy by how much I like talk to them all day. Um, and yeah, I mean, I spend literally all my time with them. I'm surprised my cat isn't here. You've seen him. He's going to pop up at some point.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. Like my the amount of time that I talk to my cats definitely went up as quarantine. It's kind of leveled off, but it definitely had a rise there. Um, Tyler Townsend in the chat says, "Hi, what are you reading right now? And also show us the pets."
um, love you, Tyler. I'm not going to show you my pets just because if I get my dog, like right now he's being very peaceful. If I try to get his attention, he'll want to start playing, and it's just going to be disruptive. And I don't know where my cat is. But right now, okay, so I just finished The Outsiders, which was like a really nice throwback. I'm currently
So
reading.
not your first time reading it?
No. Have you read The Outsiders?
Yeah, I have also been to middle school, so
Yeah. Some people haven't, and it's a great book. And I don't know. I'm going through my old like bookshelves.
yeah.
Um,
Okay, so yeah, you totally are regressing. You like totally passed over that.
okay, that book is timeless. But
Yeah, it is timeless. Love the book, love the movie. It's all good.
But I'm also I'm reading another book. I'm reading a book right now called One to Watch. It's fiction. It's kind of a riff on The Bachelorette, except it's like it's this woman who is known for she's a little heavier and is kind of known for being a fashionista in the world and like disrupting the fashion world. And she's the newest bachelorette, and it's just like a more diverse cast of eligible men pursuing her. So I've just started that. It's pretty good. I'm also listening to an audiobook by Walter Isaacson, the author who wrote Steve Jobs. So I'm listening to his audiobook on Leonardo da Vinci. And that's like 16 hours, and it's pretty good.
Nice.
Thank you for asking, Tyler. I love talking about what I'm reading. Oh, also, I just finished Crime and Punishment with Adam.
Yeah, that was a haul.
It was a journey.
That was a journey. That was most. I feel like I don't know about you, but I spent like 2 months reading Crime and Punishment, and then I've read like 3 books in the last week. It's like a detox.
Yeah, Crime and Punishment was good. It was definitely, yeah, it was an experience. I'm glad I did it during quarantine with a book club.
Well, Natalia, my big question that I ask everyone is are there any objects or items that is bringing you comfort in this moment, like for in whatever way?
Can I say my pets? Is that
pets are not objects, and the animal liberation folks will be after you.
It's giving me comfort right now. Sorry, no.
Cool.
No, maybe, I don't know.
That's fair. I've asked that question. I think maybe the 7th or 8th live stream that I've done, and it has only really had one great, like, solid. Emily and Guido have a really nice blanket that they've been wrapping themselves up in, and they were like immediately like, yes.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I don't have a nice blanket. I have Febreze that I like to spray around the house that gives me comfort. It smells like Hawaiian fresh or something.
So if you're out there and you're thinking what would be a great birthday present for Natalia, it would be either a nice blanket since she has none, or candles so that she doesn't have to spray Febreze all the time.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Thanks in advance. Natalia, do you have anything else you want to say to your adoring fans, everyone who came out to the chat?
Well, I guess thank you for tuning in. No, I don't. But Adam, I feel bad. This was a lot about me, and I get that that's the point, but I wish I heard more about your quarantine.
That's really funny. I like that. Like it's a lot about me, and I know that's the point, but I wish it wasn't the point.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. Should I have fit in more questions about you? I'm sorry. I wanted.
You should throw it back on me. My quarantine has been just fine. I have been standing at this is I've been using our dresser as a standing desk for the last 2 months or so, which means I get really tired throughout the day because I'm just like, oh, I'm just tired of standing. I just want to sit down.
It's good though.
Yeah, I guess it's good. I guess it's supposed to be good for your body.
What else?
Talking to my cats, singing to my cats, listening to a lot of podcasts, reading books, not watching too much TV, but trying to do some movies. My goal is to watch 100 movies this year. So follow me on Letterboxd. Get your Letterboxd together.
I have follow-up questions. What songs are you singing to your cats? That's the first one.
Um, One is we've been listening to BBC Radio One in the morning and at lunch. And so we'll like sing to whatever songs are popular on BBC One, which is like, the normal radio thing, like go through a rotation. But also songs that we make up because we're, very talented songwriters.
Are you not gonna demo one?
They change. The thing is, they change every day, because it's just a constant process, and that's being an artist.
All right, that's fair. What movies are you watching? Also, what is the best movie you've seen so far in 2020?
In 2020,
Yeah. Since you're
I,
watching 100 movies in 2020, right? Or just in quarantine?
depending on how long quarantine lasts, that could be either not that long or very long. I really loved Uncut Gems at the beginning of the year. I saw it twice in January, which is crazy because then there was a tweet the other day that was like talking about like, oh, it's January 23rd. You've just walked out of Uncut Gems for the second time. And I was like, oh my God, this is me.
It's on Hulu, by the way.
What was that?
I think it's on Hulu now. If you want to watch it.
It's on Netflix and I own it. So there we go. Don't worry. I purchased it. Excellent.
So is that your favorite movie? You don't have another one?
I think that's my favorite movie. Because the other thing too is there's no new movies coming out anymore.
Except The King of Staten Island.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch that. Like unless I have to. I don't find Pete Davidson like enjoyable to watch for longer than 2 minutes at a time.
I think he's very attractive, but I actually have not seen many like SNL skits with him or anything.
I think you revealing that you find Pete Davidson very attractive is like the deepest that we've gone on any of these quarantine check-ins. Like that is like, it says like the most about you.
I think
about anyone.
Like I feel like a lot of people would agree. If anyone's watching and agrees, please write that because
yeah,
he's good looking. He's tall. Ariana said a lot of nice things about him.
Yeah, I guess I watched a thing where he in his comedy special, because she said like, oh, he has a large penis, and he was like, I don't have a large penis. Like he like turned that back around. So now I don't know what to believe. Like he's tall, but like
I didn't see that he had said that. It doesn't change my opinion, but that is news.
That's all I know about. That's like all the facts I know about Pete Davidson. Well, Natalia.
Well, I have more questions for you, but I see that you're
oh my God, Natalia. All right, you have one question.
One question. Oh, man. All right.
My mom says, "Good job turning it back around on Adam." And
mom, but I really hope I meet her one day. I think she's really great.
She'll hear you. And Claytron Transform says, huge fan over here. Nat, you look so tan.
Yeah, because I've been outside with my dog. Thank you, Clay. You'll get tan. He's in California, and he tans really well. Cool. Okay. Okay. Here's a good one. Aside from reading and watching movies, have you developed any new hobbies during quarantine?
I would say no. I did have a moment where so there was a place in Park Slope that Chloe and I used to go to that was like a Vietnamese American fusion restaurant, and we really both love their iced coffee. And so I ordered some, like, there's a Brooklyn coffee brand that is that's like Vietnamese coffee, and they have like the little they call it a fin. That's like the filter that you put it through. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get so the other thing about Vietnamese iced coffee is they usually make it with like condensed milk, and I've been vegan since January, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make my own soy condensed milk so I can make this whole like iced coffee experience. Um, and got I got it all. I got the coffee, I got the fin, I got soy milk powder so that I could make the condensed milk, soy milk. But then it just took too long for the soy milk powder to come, and so I just kind of lost interest. so I, so I haven't done it yet, but I have these like two pretty large bags of soy milk powder. And that was my sourdough starter, essentially, was like getting that soy milk powder.
That is so crazy that that's the hobby that you've developed and you haven't even done it.
Yeah, I mean that's typical. I think if you could if you could like do the quintessential like Adam Cecil, what super obscure, very specific thing that you're going to get into, go all out, but then lose interest almost immediately. That's what I do.
Okay, I know you're about to hang up, but I do have one last question. I promise I
Oh my
won't ask
God.
after this.
Okay.
So since Chloe, and for anyone watching, Chloe's his girlfriend, they live together. Since she has been cutting your hair, do you plan to return to barbershops after this, or is this kind of like your new go-to stylist?
That's a good question. That is a good question. It's a good quarantine related question. We're losing concurrent video viewers every second that I talk. Um, um, I was just saying to Chloe the other day, actually. I think my normal style is like pretty long on top that I style, and then like
Yeah.
pretty short on the sides. But my hair grows so fast, and the sides grow faster, or like the sides look grosser faster than the top. You know what I mean? Like it just like looks like, oh,
I
that's not
don't, but
right.
I hear guys talk about the top of their head and the sides all the time. So, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you just Pete Davidson definitely knows what I'm talking about. um, but I think what I would do is like when it's normal to go back to a barber, which who knows whenever that would be. I think Chloe could help clean up the sides, so I could go to a barber less frequently, and save money.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. I'm glad that came out of quarantine, something, a new positive lifestyle change.
It is very positive. We have a set of clippers now, thanks to my dad. It has a built-in flashlight.
Wow. That I didn't even realize that was, wow, that's a good combo.
It is a great combo. It's in case the power goes out, I guess. Natalia, thank you so much for joining us on Museum of You. If you're watching and you haven't yet seen Natalia's lovely apartment video tour, definitely check that out. You'll learn even more about Natalia. Maybe not quite as much as knowing that she thinks Pete Davidson is attractive. No one came to your defense in the live chat. So,
Great. Are you serious? I'm gonna text
yeah.
people.
If you're watching this after the fact and you get this far in the video, congratulations. And please leave a comment letting us know if you think Pete Davidson is attractive.
If you're Pete Davidson watching, please, I don't even know, defend yourself.
If you're Pete Davidson watching, let's have a different conversation where all of us make a lot of money as opposed to just like let's get your connects in here.
That's a great note to end on.
Excellent. We will end there.